So I remember the first time that I ever heard about Big Lake Youth Camp, and I remember I was 9 years old, and I was going to camp meeting up in Portland, Oregon, Gladstone, and I heard about this place called Big Lake Youth Camp. And I remember I came, and I was here in cabin 6, just around the corner, and I had an awesome counselor named David, and that was the best summer of my life up to that moment. This was the place that I looked forward to every single year. And I remember I was about 16 years old, and I took rad wakeboarding with my friend Reed Bronson and Madison Baird and a couple other people, and we took rad wakeboarding and we had a great week, and it was Friday night. And every Friday here at Big Lake we have a really cool skit that usually portrays the message of what Jesus did for us, coming down and dying on the cross and giving his life up for us so that we can have eternal life. I remember that one night, me and my friend Reed, we were sitting next to each other, and the play had just finished, and they were singing songs, and Reed started crying, and I was getting emotional too, and we realized that night, we came back and we slept right next to cabin 6. We realized that night that God is real, and that God really does work in our lives, and He came down and sacrificed His life for us. And that was the moment that I knew that I wanted to work at Big Lake Youth Camp. And the next year, I was a counselor in cabin 7A. And the reason why I chose cabin 7 was I wanted to continue the legend of Seven Pride. One of the main motives behind me working at Big Lake Youth Camp was that experience that I experienced when I was 16 years old, that experience of God that I felt that night. And I just wanted to continue that and give that message to other kids, so they may feel the same thing that I did back then, and pass on that message, because that message is a message that just keeps giving. And that is my favorite part of the whole week is Friday night, when we sit back and we sing those songs, and we put our arms around those kids, and they're just singing their hearts out. And maybe 1 or 2 of them will give their heart to Jesus every week. And that's why I work here at Big Lake Youth Camp.